Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, and it is Design Your Own Set time. And we are taking a look at Faith No More, a band we both love, band we both enjoyed over X amount of years, a band we both seen live. So yeah, we've got history with these guys, you know.
And we may see live again at some point.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah,
it's hard to know because we were due to see them during the previous lockdown, 2020.
June 2020, wasn't it?
June, yeah, that's it. And that got I don't even know what happened with it. Like, I don't think it ever got cancelled.
No, it got postponed, and then they put there was no word for ages, and then it's just like, oh yeah, June 2021.
Yeah.
The date of that, in fact, I've got it in my diary here. The date of that is, I'm gonna find it because the 12th of June, which is
there's been no word since. You know, and I'd be surprised if it was going ahead.
We can't. The law hasn't changed by that point. We worked it out. I think it's the current rules or restrictions that are going to be in place on this plan by a great and glorious leader puts Faith No More out before the event. Right. So yeah, it can't go ahead. It can't.
So yeah, so we may, but yeah, the band haven't come out and said, oh, it's not happening or anything like that, you know. So we wait. But anyway, hopefully we'll see them again soon.
Yes, absolutely, because they are amazing live.
They are.
Which has meant why coming up with 18 tracks as per usual on the Design Your Own Set list was pretty easy. They've got enough of a back catalogue. There is the problem that you look at a lot of the albums such as The Real Thing or even King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, and you're like, there are 1 or 2 or 3 great tracks in that, and where's the bet? You know, that's the problem I have with Faith No More. I was at one point going to go, should I just put all of Soul and Victus in here and then just go from there? Because that's the album. But as always, intro, part 1, part 2, and an encore. 18 tracks overall, split into segments. So get us started then. What are you starting your Faith No More live set off with?
I'm going straight off with Motherfucker from Soul Invictus.
Can't argue with it.
I'm going straight in. Bit of energy, good catchy one. Get the crowd into it. Well, they should be into it anyway, but you know.
It's got a perfect sort of dark intro as well, where it's just a sort of spoken word almost. Yeah, I had it in my first for ages. And then I thought, no, you know what? I want to get a song out of the way. I just want to get a song out of the way. Let's get it done. And my start is Epic off of The Real Thing. So let's just kick in with that, watch everyone go nuts. And we've done it. And that's out of the way. That was what I wanted. I love the song, I do. But it's not like, oh, please, Faith No More, play Epic, you know?
Yeah. I love it as well, I must admit. So yeah, I would never not want it to be played either. That's the thing with it. I'll be quite happy with it being played every gig. It's just like the position of it.
Right, any part 1?
Yeah, so okay, so obviously going from Motherfucker straight then into Superhero from Soul Invictus.
Cool.
Just to kind of start getting the energy up.
Oh yes.
And then we go back a little bit with Smaller and Smaller from Angel Dust. Something I like. Zombie Eaters from The Real Thing. Falling to Pieces from The Real Thing. I'm getting kind of a few of the big hitters out quite early as well, I think, or what would be expected to be the big hitters.
Yeah.
And then Midlife Crisis, also from Angel Dust. And then the song King for a Day from King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime. And then ending the first portion of it with the song Ashes to Ashes from Album of the Year.
Oh, that's so early. That's like, I love
it. Yeah. I was trying to like, you know, there's some songs on this where they're like, I didn't want it. They're almost like this is the best ending of the encore sort of song, but I had too many like that, and I was like, well, where do I can't put them. Can't be like high energy, then chuck these sorts of songs in the middle of it. So I was almost like ending portions with these styles.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know about you, but I had my final song, like my encore finale, decided from the start, so that it was like that's already in place now. I
was 100% on two of them. I just didn't know which was going to be the first of my encores to kind of, you know, to get me to the 2 that I wanted to end with.
Okay, cool. Well, my part 1 starts off in exactly the same way as I'm like, right, we've done Epic and I want to keep the energy up, so it's Superhero from Soul Invictus. Then we're hitting a couple of, I decided to make my part 1 a little bit of a rarity event up to a point. We get Greed from We Care a Lot. Death March from Introduce Yourself, which is a song I really fucking like. Last Cup of Sorrow from Album of the Year. Zombie Eaters from The Real Thing, which is an underrated track, man.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, then I've hit Sunny Side Up from Soul Invictus. before I end my part one with The Gentle Art of Making Enemies from King for a Day, Fall for a Lifetime. Yeah.
Cool. So the band are back out for my second part. I'm going to start off with the song The Real Thing from The Real Thing. And then from that into Sunny Side Up.
Oh, yeah.
From Soul Invictus. And then I think this is maybe quite a rarity, but it's a song I've always quite liked, which is Woodpecker from Mars.
Well, that is really rare.
Yeah. But that the band probably don't even remember it themselves.
Yeah, I don't. That's awesome though.
Yeah, and then I've also got The Gentle Art of Making Enemies from King for a Day, which is a great song, probably the best song on that album, to be honest. And then another favorite of mine from Album of the Year, which is the song Strip Search.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then my kind of two double ending big name tracks to close out the main portion of the set are Be Aggressive from Angel Dust first, and then Epic from The Real Thing.
Oh, okay, so it didn't end up in your encore then?
No, it's going to end the main portion of the set.
All right, okay. We've almost done, not completely the same in that sense, but you've certainly touched upon almost all my last tracks in some way or another, particularly in the encore as well. So my part two kicks off with Motherfucker from Soul Invictus. Then I've got Midlife Crisis from Angel Dust and Falling to Pieces from The Real Thing. Then I'm going to Angel Dust again for Everything's Ruined, King for a Day, the title track from King for a Day, Fall for a Lifetime. Then I've got From the Dead from Soul Invictus before my main portion ends with Ashes to Ashes. As much as I wanted that in the encore, I thought, you know what? That's like, in theory, in the encore, that's our final song. And Ashes to Ashes is just fucking beautiful. Man, if there's ever a song that makes you watch,
grand and epic,
never seen it as well. I know you have, but if you're watching this and you've never seen it, please check out the video and see why we all fell madly in love with Mike Patton. You know,
one of the many reasons.
Yeah,
but yeah,
one of the many.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Ashes to Ashes was originally in my encore, but the problem is the two songs that I wanted in my encore. I didn't feel like I could have that one as well.
Okay.
So I wanted something a little bit more upbeat to start off the encore, you know, keep people interested for a little bit, I suppose. And that is, so I've started it off with We Care a Lot to come back out to We Care a Lot. I know there's been about 10 versions of that released on all of their albums, but I've just gone for the original, Introduce Yourself, We Care a Lot.
Yep.
Job done. And then my two that were always in here. So the first one is Last Cup of Sorrow from Album of the Year.
Of course.
Which I think another song for me, which was one of the biggest selling points in my younger days of Mike Patton's voice.
Yeah.
His song in that, his song in the verse, the sort of deep, slow talking, and then the chorus is just, his voice is perfect, man. And then my big ending is Matador, Soul Invictus.
I love Matador, man. That song is just such a fucking great song.
But that's kind of why I had to have We Care a Lot in there as well, because I was going Last Cup of Sorrow, Matador, and it's like, I've got to give them something to jump around before they leave. Yeah,
you've literally done two. Not only have you done 2 out of 3 of my encore songs, but you put them in the same place.
Hey, which 2 though?
We Care a Lot is what they come back out to. Then I've got Be Aggressive from Angel Dust sitting in between them. And then my last track also is Matador from Soul Invictus, because that is just...
that song is the shit.
Yeah, it's not like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Faith No More song overall because of things like Ashes to Ashes and so on. But of the modern, like when they came back with Soul Invictus and all that, it's the one that jumped out more than anything else. As much as Superhero is great fun and Sunny Side Up is weird. It's just like that was the one. Yeah,
I mean, it shows how strong Soul Invictus is because it features quite heavily in both of our set lists, doesn't it? You know.
Yes, indeed. But there you go. There's our Faith No More set list. If you've got your own, let us know in the comments. And of course, go to our Spotify page where you'll be able to listen to both our variations in full. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?